What's up, YouTube? I'm back, Dwayne Zimmerman with Crow's Nest Broadband and the new Speedtest channel. Today we are in downtown Bedford. You can see that we are right in between Route 30 and 70, Turnpike 220, and that is the little town of Bedford. We've got the OnePlus here, OnePlus 11 on T-Mobile. We've got N41 here. We've got Verizon on the Pixel 7 Pro. I think they have 13 and 66 here. And we've got AT&T, N5, and they have the full array of spectrums. Let me see if I can zoom in here on this tower. Let's see. So we've got Verizon on the first rack. Pretty standard config. You can see that ray cap there, kind of a signature. There's Legacy Sprint, actually has been turned down. And then you've got T-Mobile with their 40 megahertz of N41. Right above that, you've got Crow's Nest Broadband, ourselves. And at the very top, you do have AT&T. This site does not appear to have band 14 yet. They've got other sites around with band 14, but not this one. So AT&T, Crow's Nest Broadband, T-Mobile, Legacy Sprint, and Verizon. So let's see what we can do here for speeds. We might actually have a bit of umbrella effect here today, just given how close we are. I am just getting ready to climb this site and do some work. So I figured I'd do a video while I'm here. So T-Mobile, 23 milliseconds, 161 down. Definitely umbrella effect. I have seen speeds of over 600 meg on this tower. Still 161 by 70. Verizon still wrapping up, 42 milliseconds, 70 down, 30 up. AT&T 40 down, 9 up. Let's just run through that series of tests again here and see if we get similar results. Looks like they're fairly similar. 180. Really good latency there. This site is backhauled by Comcast fiber for AT&T and T-Mobile, while Verizon is using Lumen CenturyLink fiber for backhaul. So there's Verizon at 66 by 29 and AT&T at 42 by 16. So again, downtown Bedford, Pennsylvania, 300-foot Crown Castle site with all three carriers. Dish does not yet seem to have any kind of presence anywhere in Bedford County. Be curious to see what they do when they come this way. All right, I'm actually back. I decided since we needed to do some work here at this site anyway, I'd just give you a tour of the inside of the facility. So we've got all the bank of power meters here. Around the back side, we've got the utilities. That would be Lumen CenturyLink fiber. Believe that would be Sprint's legacy stuff. That's the copper. This would be AT&T's generator. Comcast has a vault. Right there's Comcast vault. So they're going underground over here to the AT&T equipment, and this is all the, go around this side, show you that. So this is the AT&T equipment. I believe that's old, no longer in use. This would be all that they have currently, and of course they've got the generator. going around. This is actually the legacy Sprint equipment, which I believe has been shut down. Let me see if I can hear anything running. No, it's completely shut down. No noise at all. Sprint now shuttered, no longer running. Over here is the very standard new T-Mobile config. They're dual cabinets, not locked. So we've got the right cabinet, which would be filled with batteries, the left cabinet, which would be filled with switching equipment. Here's their ray caps with all their fiber enclosures. This would be brand new. They're new mid-band, and then this is their older one with their 600 megahertz panels. This would have been their original feed line when they went to 600 megahertz a couple years ago, and then the new feed line here for the new N41 stuff. This is an abandoned AT&T shelter, no longer being used. And over here we have Verizon's generator, and a very typical massive Verizon gen set on one side and networking on the other, HVAC. And then this site used to be a Nextel site as well. This is the abandoned Nextel shelter, which is now in care of Crow's Nest Broadband. So this would be where our equipment is at. Let me see if I can unlock this and get into there. Let's see how many wasps are in here already now that it's warmed up. This past summer the wasps were really bad in here. So we have security camera, our feed lines mostly fiber and DC. And then this one's a little bit of a mess. I'll show it to you anyway. Again, the battery system. And then here we have our dual 10 gig ports for our MikroTik router. And then our 3 power supplies. And our 10 gig fiber switch. This site actually has a 10 gig backhaul. I may actually add to this video and do a 10 gig speed test for y'all, and see if I can show you what a 10 gig speed test looks like. I'll be right back. Okay, turns out I couldn't locate my 10 gig Thunderbolt cable, so I can only do a gigabit test through the built-in port on my laptop. So gigabit it is. You can see 0 milliseconds and a full gig. This is the dashboard of the Obviate backhaul feeding it. You see millimeter wave. This is an 80 gigahertz, 128 QAM, 2000 megahertz of bandwidth, and 9,902 megabits of capacity. This would have tested at 9,000 by 9,000, and some had I've been able to find my cable. I've got this really nifty unit here from QNAP, 10 GBE Thunderbolt, Ethernet on the one side and Type-C on the other side. Works extremely well, and on my laptop here I've got 2 Thunderbolt ports, and normally I can patch into these ports here, which are 10 gig on the fiber switch, and do a 10 gig speed test, but I can't find my cable. Must be in the other vehicle. So there you go. We actually had a backhaul that blew out of alignment on the 70 mile an hour windstorm that we had here a while ago, and that this tower is multi-homed, so we have a complete ring, and everything has just been on the secondary path with no degradation of service or degradation of service. It was all still up and running. So today the weather's finally nice, and we're getting to realign that and dial that back in. So there you go. That's what a 10 gig backhaul looks like on the Wisp side of the house. Alright, I'm actually back again here. So, remember this abandoned or shut down, decommed old Sprint gear that I was telling you about? Well, turns out it's unlocked. And I just came over here and opened it up. So I thought maybe you guys might like to see the inside of a... This site had 25, 26, and 41. So let's start with the top here. Looks like we've got a PoE injector. Everything, of course, is labeled with Shen or Shenandoah or Shentel, since they were the Sprint affiliate here. This looks like a DC power supply. This is actually not... Oh, yes, it is branded Nokia. Looks like they ran fiber up to the ray caps. This probably was going out to a hybrid cable. So Nokia, probably SARS. I don't see that. This is a Nokia backhaul probably here. And then an Alcatel Lucent. Okay, SAR-F, which Alcatel Lucent and Nokia. I'm not sure who bought who. I think maybe Nokia got Alcatel Lucent. You see them kind of used interchangeably in the T-Mobile cabinets. It's a whole bunch of Ethernet, which I don't know if they did PoE or... It says T1E1 ports. I don't know. This is the first I've been inside one of these. And a bunch of blank space here. And then we've got more Alcatel Lucent. A bunch more fiber. I'm guessing these are probably just gigabit port. Gigabit, I'm assuming. Yep, gigabit. Alcatel Lucent branded.
Okay, if you want to start watching, I'll be fine there.
Yeah. Very cool, very interesting. Looks like it's going over to the batteries. Alright, thought I'd bring you that.